Cereal Dad here, back with another provocative and tantalizing cereal expose. Today's cereal of choice, well, before I get into that, let me help to paint a picture for you. Do you ever remember coming home after your parents have gone grocery shopping and they've bought a nice big package of America's favorite cookie, Chips Ahoy? I remember opening up that package and grabbing an entire sleeve, and as I dipped my Chips Ahoy cookies into a nice tall glass of milk, I would methodically dip, eat, dip, eat, dip, eat, until one of two things happened. Either the whole sleeve was gone, or the glass of milk was gone. Do you remember doing this? Did you ever think at any moment during that time of indulgence, why don't they just create a cereal that takes all the hard work out of dipping your cookies in milk? Why don't they just create a Chips Ahoy cereal? You have the next best thing. Sure, you can take a whole sleeve, crumble them up, throw them in a bowl, pour some milk over it. As a recovering fat child, I know that urge all too well. But I think the folks over at Post have finally figured things out. They have created a cereal that fulfills, really, all of our childhood dreams of literally eating cookies and milk for breakfast. So, here I am with the brand new delicious offering from Post. This is Chips Ahoy cereal. Now, Post has a few other cookie cereals that are out there. Recently, they have brought back Oreo O's, which existed, I think, during the early 2000s, late 90s. Then, for a stretch of time, they didn't exist. Only actually, you could get them in South Korea. That's about the only place they existed. People would import them because they were obsessed. And now, they've just recently brought them back. Well, in addition to that, you may recall, and this is still being sold in stores, the Honey Graham cereal. I think it's called Honey Graham. Essentially, it's a Golden Graham knockoff, but it's supposed to be like the Honey Graham graham crackers. Haven't had it. Don't know how it tastes. But now, really, Post has lifted any kind of boundaries, or they've removed the barriers, and they've just said, let's just throw caution to the wind and just make a cereal based on our flagship product, and that is Chips Ahoy cereal. And I'm eager to taste it because I want to know a couple things. The first thing I want to know is this going to taste like Chips Ahoy, the cookie? Because I am deathly afraid that this is going to be a Cookie Crisp knockoff. I can't imagine it being that much different. So that's the first thing I want to know. The other things I want to know is it better than the other cookie offerings that are out there, including Cookie Crisp? So those are the couple of things that I'm going to review. I want to review the texture, I'm going to review the taste, and then here is something that you would never get if you ever tried just dipping your cookies in milk. I'm going to review the milk left over because it's a very rare time when dipping cookies in milk actually left some good flavored milk at the end of it. So I want to see how it tastes. Texture, taste, milk. So let's get started. I poured myself a bowl, and my initial thought is, well, this looks exactly like Cookie Crisp. It is slightly darker, and I have a theory as to why it's slightly darker, but I'm telling you, if the uneducated opened up a box of cereal and they saw these things, immediately their first thought is, this is Cookie Crisp. It smells like Cookie Crisp, although not identical. So I'm eager to see how it tastes, to see if it's any different, but it is slightly darker. I'll talk about that later. Here we go. Let's pour some moo juice. Moo juice. Mm-hmm. Surprised on a couple of counts. The first is, I'm surprised that the taste is actually different from Cookie Crisp. I don't know what they've done. They might have changed the recipe. But this little cookie, which looks identical to Cookie Crisp, tastes different. That's my first realization when it comes to taste. The second one is, though, it does not taste like Chips Ahoy. It's a distinct flavor. I'm trying to put my finger on it. Trying to figure it out, what it could be. Take a couple more bites. Okay. I can speak to the texture. It's Cookie Crisp. Do you like Cookie Crisp texture? If you do, you're gonna like this. If you don't, then you shouldn't even bother, because it's basically Cookie Crisp. The taste, however, there are strong notes of some sort of dark sugar. And so I suspect, and this actually affirms my original suspicion as to why the cookies are a little bit darker, but I believe those little rascals at Post have basically taken Cookie Crisp, removed a corn syrup, removed some other sort of sugar within their product, and they have replaced it with a dark corn syrup, a brown sugar, or like molasses, because that is what you're getting here. Definitely a dark sugar. So that accounts for the darkness of the actual cookie. Very intriguing. They think they can pull one over on me. Not possible. This is Cookie Crisp with brown sugar added. That's basically what it is. So taste-wise, it's good. I'm going to enjoy this bowl of cereal. It's very rare when I don't enjoy a bowl of cereal, but this one in particular, I will definitely enjoy. Taste is good. However, I'm gonna have to knock points off just because it's Cookie Crisp with a new sugar. The flavor, I'm gonna enjoy it, but it's not altogether different. Kudos for them for trying, but really, come on, Post. Okay. So that kind of covers the texture, covers the taste. Let's get to the milk. That's the real important part here, because this is rare opportunity to eat Chips Ahoy milk. I'll finish this up and we will test out the milk. Okay, I finished up the cereal. I have a little bit of milk left. I poured a decent amount of milk in here, and I'm left with not a whole lot of milk, but enough that's going to be satisfying. It's brown, but come on, it's not going to be chocolate flavored. If anything, it's going to have that dark sugar, molassesy, brown sugar, dark corn syrup flavor to it. I will be honest, I love sugar cereal. That should be obvious by now. That was getting overly sweet by the end of my bowl. I did not pour a big bowl. Fair warning to anybody who wants to eat this as a late night snack. Hold back a little bit when you're pouring your bowl, because getting through an entire bowl of this, it's like sugar overload. Okay, let's test the milk. What am I waiting for? Let's get started. You know, it's one of those rare moments where the milk is actually better than the cereal. If they were to bottle up this milk, I would buy it. There's very few cereals that can claim that. So kudos to them. Again, fantastic milk. No chocolate flavor. It's lightly sugary. The brown sugar flavor comes through, but it is so faint. It's actually just kind of really delicate. I loved it. I think the milk was the best part of the bowl. So let's just recap. Texture is cookie crisp. Take it or leave it. If you like it, great. If you don't, you're not going to like this. Number 2 is the taste. They really try to be sneaky here and make a new cereal or brand a new cereal. Call it Chips Ahoy. It tastes nothing like a Chips Ahoy cookie. Absolutely nothing like one. They added or replaced the sugar in the Cookie Crisp with something else. Brown sugar, molasses, or dark corn syrup. I can't tell which one. Taste is pretty good though. It's decent. The milk, however, really good. I love the milk. I think the milk was the best part of the bowl. I would go back for seconds on just the milk. So overall, I'm going to rate Chips Ahoy cereal 3 spoons out of 5.